Good morning, everyone. I'm Lynette, and this is Charm Grammy Crochet, and I don't know why you're shaking. um, Welcome to the yarn room. I'm back in my yarn room, yay. Today is January 4th. It is my daughter Amanda's birthday. Don't tell anybody, but she's 40. I deserve that. Even if she doesn't want to be 40, I've been putting up with her for 40 years. Now, I love her a lot. Happy birthday, Moo. I'm so happy for your birthday. This will be Charm Chatter, I think 129, and this is Fun in 21, day 4. So I have day number 4 gift right here. I want to welcome anyone that's new to my channel. Thank you for coming. I hope you come back. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe. Or don't. I would, but you know, just hit that little button. That would be really great. And after the couple of things I got to talk about, I will show you around the new. It's not much has changed, but then at the same time, a lot has changed in the yarn room since the last time I videoed in here. And so I will give you a little quick tour, because I think you guys like that. So first off, let's see what we get. Madonna. So Madonna and I were doing a Christmas gift exchange. COVID delayed the mail system. So my stuff didn't come till 21. So we're doing, she did Christmas, I'm doing Fun in 21. And if you want to see what I gave her, go to her channel. I will link something. So let's see. Did you make this, Madonna? Oh, you guys can't see. Look. First of all, she gives me keep it simple stickies. Crap, no matter your notation needs, ensure that the smallest stuff gets noticed. Keep it simple stickies. And they say crap on them. Boring crap, more crap, other crap, useless crap, total crap, crappy crap, cut the crap. Those are so fun. And look, she gave me a wreath of stitch markers. Oh, look, we got a seashell and a seahorse and a butterfly. Oh, thank you so much, Madonna. And I think the wreath, you must have made this. I totally love it. It will go up in the yarn room year round. And I don't think I'll even take the stitch markers off. I love it. I have to find a place to hang it. So that'll be in here. So thank you so much for that. I'll come back tomorrow, everyone, and see what we get for day 5 of Fun in 21. So I didn't work, well, actually, so I worked 2 days in the yarn room getting it reorganized. And I'll get into that. So I didn't crochet a whole heck of a lot, but I did finish I did 5 squares of the willow squares in the dark red for garnet to go with the Judy from Witch Piece Crafts make along that we're doing for 12 months. It's an annual, you know, it'll be a year-long thing. Now, I did not weave in my ends because I'm having trouble with the pattern. I mean, they're all the same size. They fit together. I think I did okay, but every time, and I'm sure it's just me, I do one and I'm like, oh, I got this. And then I do the next one and I'm like, what did I do there? Why is that like that? Something's wrong. So I've done a lot of frogging on these because I keep making mistakes with the pattern. And it's me. I'm pretty sure it's me. I have watched the tutorial. I've read the pattern. I've written it out even myself 2 times. So, okay, if you just, you know, repeat it, you'll get it together. I made 5 squares. And I know if I were to make a 6th square today, I'd be like, huh? I don't know why that's the case, but it is the case with me with this pattern. But I totally love it, so I'm going to continue to do it. And I think they turned out okay. I mean, but I'm not weaving in the ends because when it comes time to crochet them together, there's a go as you join as you go tutorial that she has with the squares. But I'm not sure how I want to put them together yet because they're going to be different colors, and I'm hoping to do 5 of every one, so there'll be like 60 squares. So I don't know if I want them to be like all one color together, or if I'm going to want to, um, you know, make it a design in it, or specific pattern in it, or just grab one and throw it in there next. I don't know. Um, I have to see what other colors come with it. And I don't think I want to do it all one color, one row, then the next. But maybe I do. Like, because then it would be kind of like this month was this month was that. And you go January, February. I'm not sure. But probably you need to connect 4 at a time, I think. Like in a square, from what I saw. I didn't really read the tutorial, but she put 4 in a square together, like this, and then there's a rose that you can put in the center here. So obviously I haven't done that yet. When you put the 4 squares together, that's where you put a rose right in the center of them. And I liked that, but maybe I won't like it when it's time to do it. So this is Dreamweaver yarn, and they were 2 in a package. This is what's left of one. I think total there's 7 ounces of yarn in each. Total 3.5 ounces. Each skein is 3.5 ounces, 190 yards. It says on the label. So I have this much left of 190 yards of one skein, and so I still have a whole nother skein. I'm thinking that like maybe the rose will come up, each section roses will come out of the leftover yarn. Not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet either. But I'm going to put this back on the unused yarn, and I'm going to keep the leftover in my bin that these are going to go in, because I'm going to join them with white. I've decided that the white will be the join color, and don't mind me, but I'm going to take this together, and it will not go in my used. That label will not be going in my used yarn. But I have Mainstay, and I have this leftover. This is Nicole, Stitch Studio by Nicole, that was from AC Moore. So I will use the leftover of the red and the colors, the leftover of the colors to make the roses. So the leftovers will go in the bin. So plastic bin, Dollar Tree. And I can write on it if I can find a marker, like what's in here, and then you can it's dry erase. You can just erase it off. Very cool. Except I haven't done it yet. So the leftover skein there, and then my white. I did the Mainstay because it'll be easy to replace if I need more of the same yarn. It's a little different than this one, but it'll be okay. I've decided that will be okay. And this can go back into... I have so I live in a colonial, so this is upstairs. This was a bedroom at one time. Now it's the yarn room. On my first floor, where I used to have my yarn when I had like less than what's in this shelf worth of yarn, then I had to expand and expand because I can't stop buying, and I don't crochet fast enough. So I have cubbies that I have my whips in, because that's where I work on them, is downstairs. I don't crochet in here. The chair that I have in here is a desk, like an old kitchen chair. I think it came from my husband's grandfather's house. I don't even know for sure where we got it from, but it's not a comfy chair to sit and crochet in. I crochet on my couch and watch TV or YouTube videos. And so this is not I don't even have a TV in here. I mean, I could put one in here if I wanted to, but it's a wonderful, inspirational room to be in, and I love being in here, but not for lengths of time because it's lonely. My husband won't come in here. I mean, he would peek his head in and say, "Hey, what are you doing?" or whatever, but there's only one chair, first of all. So, it's not conducive to working in. It's not a working room. It's just a storage room for my yarn. And I do love being in here, but that is what it is. So I think you might like to see what's going on. Let me put this where the red yarn goes. So I'll keep you in here as much as possible because you'll be less wobbly. So let me get out of the way and turn you to the door. Let's see if we can just turn this whole thing. So this is where you walk in. This is my door, obviously. And then the yarn starts over here. So in this category, we have, I hope you're not, I don't know why it looks like it's wobbling. So over here, this is all my cotton cakes. And then it goes down into some, oh, you can't see down. Okay. We'll just tilt the whole thing. So then it goes down into some big cakes, and then that's the title, the yarn I just got yesterday. Oh, at the very bottom. I don't know if you can see that yet. The wave stuff that I just got, that's there. The next to that is all my wool and alpaca up to where the lamb is. And then we go 4-weight yarns down the whole, and I'll move this whole thing. Don't be tripping. So down, let's see if you can't, I'm in the way. So down this whole, this is all 4-weight down to, then it goes into 3-weight down in this corner down here. Then if you come around over here, on this side, this is bookshelves, and this is at the top of the bookshelf. Up in here where this, can you see that? Oh, I'm in the way. I'm on the wrong side. Okay, because you're backwards in here. All right, there, no wonder. Oh, so you can't see in here at all. Oh yeah, you can. Now I'm in the way this way. Okay, so this stuff in here, this is all cake yarns from here to here in the middle section. The very bottom is, oh, that yarn nobody likes that I totally, homespun. I totally like working with the homespun. At the top here are big balls. These are all big balls. Mega balls, that kind of stuff. Then, oh, sorry, shaking. Oh, stop shaking, stop shaking. I thought this would be less shaky than doing it by hand. So up here, now this is what you see behind me when I'm sitting. This is all my hand dyeds and like the knit crate yarns. And just a cute little shelf. This is all the gazelle, rock and roll, all that kind of yarn is all right there. Ice or Hobie or whatever. Then down below is all cotton. And the very bottom, let's get the chair out of the way. I'm sorry I'm moving you around a lot, but if you want to see things, you got to get moved around. So then the very bottom is sparkle yarn. So then that takes us to the outside wall. Oops, that's not that way. That's got to go. I'll have to move you around. I have to move things again. And guys, don't mind me. You guys have me inspired to work on some glass. So I spent the whole morning this morning in my basement organizing. We, emptied the camper and just dumped stuff in the basement. And we took out Christmas and dumped stuff in the basement. My basement is just storage. It's not a very usable basement. But it is very, very good for storage since I have no closets. Everything goes in there. And I had to do a lot of work in the basement to make it workable. So why am I like backwards to what I'm trying to look at? Oh, okay, this is what we need. All right, so in here, well, first of all, let's lift you up a little bit. There's yarn up there. Oh, look, that whole thing moves. I didn't realize that. And that's all, like, weird yarn. Yarn I don't have a lot of. But I have a couple of, like, weird yarn spots. Then this is some pipsqueak. Some wash rags are at the back because I have empty cubes and not filled up cubes. It's amazing, I know. So my husband said, that doesn't mean you can go buy more yarn. I'm like, yeah, right. Then we have some cottons. This is all just unique that I have a few skeins of. This up here, wait, Am I up here? Okay. So this is everything that has bamboo in it. Then these are just like skeins that I have just a few of those things, except for this is the yarn Trisha sent me, Mama Swift. I have a lot of that in there. But it's the only non-cotton fingering weight yarn that I have, so it's in there. Then we got cottons, and at the very floor are my latte cakes. Let me get you more into the corner here. Then we go into 5 and 6 weight yarns are back there. In the basket, can you see the basket? Okay. In the basket is all of my like Stitch Studio, and the twister and all that is in that basket. And the things under that are finished projects are in there. Except I have some landscape yarns in the very bottom one that it's not really landscape, but it's like landscape. That I got, it's Dream Reaver brand, but it's landscape yarn. And then on this side, I hope you can see, there's more mandala cakes, and at the very ceiling, I have, can you see that? A bunch of big balls again. And then the last place that you haven't seen, let me turn you around, is, oops, this wall. You're not seeing it very good. Let's bend you down more. So then there's this. This was the tier that used to stand behind me. That's now a bookcase. You know, when I was sitting down, this is the cubicle that I had, looks like standing free 4 tall, is now a box thing. This is yarn that Chloe wants me to make a blanket for her out of. That for like a year and a half now, it's been down there. Well, I've had it. I want to make this blanket out of this yarn. All 4 skeins. This is a mosaic blanket is in this yarn right here. I thought it was going to be granny squares, but now I'm seeing just a big, huge square mosaic like that. I think that's what they call it. And I like that idea too. But I bought this yarn and this yarn all from AC Moore with those intentions. And AC Moore's been closed a year now, so I'm not getting very far very quickly on those projects. And then this is just all like specialty yarn, you know, it's not regular yarn. And then in here, besides the stuffed animals, are all the, oh, yeah, I can't see again. The Lunas are in this purple bin, all my Luna yarn. And then when you come over to the other corner over here, in this bin is all of my Ballina shawls. And down here, oh, minus the garbage can. This is all Dreamweaver yarn that's, I mean, you might look at that and say, oh no, that's not Dreamweaver, that's Red Heart. But no, it's all Dreamweaver. There, see. And then below that is all yarn with sequins in it. Except for in there is some eyelash yarn in that bin. And, whoa, you're falling. Eyelash yarn and bonbons are in that bin in the bottom. And then these are project kits that, oh, and a dead elephant. You're not dead, stand up. And some elephants. So that is my yarn room now. And let me get you back to where we started from. Get me back on my chair in front of my desk. So now this is the new bookcase my husband just purchased for me. And we put up together. It holds a lot more than the cubicles did. That's why I have, you know, empty spaces, because I have more yarn in here now than I did pre new bookcase. But I did empty, and I left these out so you guys could see. This was filled with yarn. This is my volcano basket. Remember, if you guys have been with me for a while, remember the volcano basket? This is my first basket attempt, and I did it with a big huge hook. I think maybe a 10 or a 15 or an 11. I think I used that big plastic 11 hook, and it's t-shirt yarn. But I didn't really know what I was doing, and the yarns weren't the same thickness, and anyway, it got smaller unintentionally, so now it kind of looks like a volcano because it gets smaller. But it's my volcano basket, and it does hold things, so it serves a purpose. And it was holding the yarn that I want to make that chevron blanket out of, was living in here, but now it's empty. This was holding all of those specialty yarns that are in the same, I said, the elephants are on top of them. They're in the 4 cubicle thing. Those were all in here. And this one had all of the blanket yarn for Chloe's blanket that I haven't made her in 2 years yet. Those were all stored in there. So now I have empty. See how much more yarn I can buy now, because now I have these empty. But I have a lot more floor space in here, and it's not nearly as congested feeling, which I really like. So I might take these downstairs and use them as project baskets. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them. But I bought them to house yarn, and now they're not housing any yarn. So that's as far as organizational things go, that's awesome. And I cleared off my desk and made it, well, it's actually a vanity, but I use it as a desk. Well, I use it just, as a desk. And so that's going to be here now, cleaned. And I like that. It's a lot nicer looking in here. Not nearly as congested. And I can get to my yarn better. It's not as cramped. So yay. So that's what we have going on today for day number 4 of Fun in 21. And like I said, this morning I have been cleaning the basement and getting my glass table cleaned off, because I might just dabble. I did find that I have solder. Once I clean things up down there, I got all of the camper stuff off to the sides, against the walls, in bins. When we opened the camper this year, I have like bins and bins of bedding, because we used to have a lot of people coming. Last year nobody was allowed to come. I don't know how often my son's family will come, because their boating and our boat and camper are not together anymore. They got a bigger boat and we moved in separate directions, unintentionally, but that's what happened. And they'll come once in a while, I'm sure, and we'll boat with them once in a while, but it won't be the every weekend thing that we're all together. And it wasn't last year because of COVID. And Roy gets a little motion sickness, so he doesn't like to be at the boat all the time. And we like being at our camper, and they like being at their boat, and that's all fine. But I have like way too much bedding in that I'm not going to take to the camper and store there. So I think a lot of that's going to go to Goodwill. It only gets used a few months out of the year, if that. So it's good bedding. It's just a ton of it. Nice warm stuff, We used to have a pop-up, so you needed really warm bedding in the pop-up for cool nights. But we haven't used that since we've been at the new campground. And so anyway, a lot of that stuff's going to go away in the spring once I decide what's going to stay in the camper and what's not going to stay in the camper. And then I'll put away Christmas stuff. And organize some of that a little bit better. Boxes out on the tree lawn. Stuff that we didn't use this year or last year, and I tossed it. I know it's really hard for me to do, but I did do that. And so the basement looks better. I might take you down there. I'm not really sure. It's a dungeon. My basement is a dungeon, so be forewarned. If I take you down to craft in the basement, it's a dungeon. But I do have my glass area down there. I wouldn't do the glass anywhere else in the house. Not for soldering. I wouldn't want to take the chance of, ruining my good carpet. And definitely not for cutting. So you work in the basement when you do the glass. And that's all I have for you today. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 5 of fun in 21. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are too. Thanks for sticking with me for the last half an hour. If you did, if you didn't, that's fine too. I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a great and wonderful day. See ya. Bye.